So we'll call the meeting to order at 7:03 p.m., okay? For the Board of Health.
Do we know who's taking the minutes?
That's what I was just gonna say.
Lori is. Said Lori is.
I just took the last one.
Oh, you did such a good job. We should do it again.
I'm actually going away on vacation, so probably not the best one to do it.
All right, I guess I'll do it this time.
I don't have time to do it.
So the next item on the agenda is the minutes that you did last for us on August 9th. We haven't had a meeting since then.
Did you get sworn in?
Not yet. I put down the volume, I'm sorry.
Has everyone had a chance to read it? Are there any other corrections that need to be made?
I wasn't here for that meeting, but I did read them.
I can live with the misspell of my name, but that's okay.
The other thing I was questioning under the PAG commitment letter, I didn't put a lot of detail in there. I didn't know if there was anything else you wanted to add there.
No,
Okay.
just that we had read it. Okay, any corrections to be made then, or anything? I make a motion, we approve the minutes as written.
A second?
Kathy, first vote, and then Lori, second. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. COVID-19 and PHN updates.
I can only tell you what I see, and there's been an uptick in Rutland. But the other towns seem to be holding their own.
Okay.
I don't know anything about Hubbardston because I don't have access to that.
I've been helping out at the school now. I volunteer there 1 day a week in the nurse's office with Raya. And we haven't really seen anybody saying my kid's out because of COVID, so there's not a whole lot in the Hubbardston Central School.
Okay.
Or staff. We haven't seen any staff with it either.
Kim was saying that overall throughout the whole district, the school district, she has seen about 30 cases.
I'm sorry, how many cases?
They've seen about 30 cases, and they're all mild. Yeah, they're all mild.
Yeah.
So it's still kicking around, but at least it's staying low.
Yeah, it's and they're coming out with the new vaccine too. I think it's going to cover the Omicron, like BA4, BA5.
4 and 5.
Yes, and that's it. Honestly, they already have it at the community health center.
Right.
So the new shots are out, and they're going to be available real soon. I'm sure everywhere. Walmart, Rite Aid,
Leominster
Walgreens.
is having a booster of COVID vaccine
The new one,
clinic,
the old one,
the new one,
the new one.
next week, next Wednesday from 2 to 6.
Oh, that's the one you're looking for help for.
Yes.
That's in. Is that the Royalston
Leominster.
one?
Oh,
that's a
Our
Leominster
Lady of the Lake.
one. Okay. Is there a
Church.
sign up for that one? Like an online, like we used to do in Rutland?
I haven't done that yet. Should I do that?
It's easier.
Okay.
I think. Because then you see if it's already filled. You know,
Yeah.
so like right now, I don't know if 2 people called you and said, I'll go give
Nobody's-
shots.
Yeah, right. Yep.
I take it they haven't.
No.
I might be able to, I gotta check and see what day I'm leaving on vacation. I might be able to come give some shots.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Yeah. A lot of people don't want to get the old shot anymore, so. But they will want to get the new one. And people should be getting their flu shots.
Yeah, and you
Flu
can
shot.
get the two of
Get your
them
flu
together.
Yeah.
I'm
I
not-
like to. I like to space them out. just in
Yeah.
case.
One in each arm is not thrilling either.
I should give my body a break, you know, separate them by
Even
couple
from a
weeks.
nurse's perspective, you know, it's like one in each arm.
No. Do we have any Title V's? These are food permits.
Yes, those are those.
Yeah, those are all food permits.
Yes, we do have 2 Title V's in our folder. Just for a quick update, Mallory is still covering 1 to 2 afternoons from 4 to 8 on Monday or Tuesday.
4 to 8.
They have reposted, before we get to the Title V's, they have reposted the position.
Oh, I thought it was filled, no?
That person stepped back into the part-time position she had here at the town,
Okay.
and is happier there. So that has been
Okay.
Are we gonna
reposted
do
as
it? Are
a
we
full-time position.
Are we gonna do it the right way this time?
I hope so. Everyone's aware. And the second thing is, I did tell Mallory that in about a month, I can come in, you know, a couple times a week and help make sure that things are covered so that she doesn't get burned out on helping till we get someone and not be able to have the energy left to train them in all the aspects of the job.
Okay.
And the IT department is still working on recouping all the things that she had on her computer that were PDFs and that sort of thing that would not be in the cloud. And as of Monday of this week, it hadn't been fixed yet.
Wow, it's been a
Well,
long time.
that-
It's been like a month, right?
Yeah, that's not gonna be helpful, 'cause looking at this, thing that DPH has dumped on us.
Right.
We'll get to
Okay.
that in a
Okay.
minute.
Okay.
So,
So, like,
I did jump ahead because that does say, nope, it's not in there.
Okay.
Okay. So back to the Title V's.
Thank you for helping, Mallory. That's really generous of you.
Well, I don't have time yet.
when you do, it's still very generous of
Not
you
yet.
to volunteer your time to do
The
that.
farm is still busy. Picked 50 pounds of tomatoes.
50 pounds.
20 pounds of beans today. We harvested another 22 pounds of potatoes and other stuff. So that's just today. So.
Wonderful.
Harvesting.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Make me
So
hungry.
anyhow, that's, being a farmer is still keeping me very busy right now. Back to the Title V's. I'm sorry, I keep digressing.
Okay.
We have one from 55 Dogwood Road North. I'm gonna write this out.
Oh, okay. I know that one's on the corner
Good.
of Jordy and
Road
Dogwood.
North. And it passes. We'll pass this around in a moment. Just got the full.
Yeah, they closed on that this past week.
And the diagram. That was received here just a week ago. You want to take a look at that one?
And they closed on it already?
Yeah, new people are already in.
Wow. That was fast.
They were supposed to close like 2 weeks ago, but they couldn't figure out where the septic tank was.
Oh, we should start putting little metal things on top
Yeah,
of it.
something.
So we could put a Geiger counter.
So that was that one. All right, passed. Let me write that. The second one is from Madison Green's condo.
Do they have like one big septic system there, or do they, each condo has their,
That's what I was trying to remember. I think it's one big septic.
is it one big
system.
septic?
How many units is it?
20, but
Roughly.
there's enough for, there's an
Big
expansion.
septic system.
Yeah, and there's an expansion plan too as well.
Oh, there is?
Because each
Like,
condo
like
has more than
water
one
property
bedroom.
or?
No, unfortunately not. I think all the water property's gone.
So is it like a 50-bedroom septic system or something?
Wow.
Well, it's 55 and
huge.
up, and each condo has 2 bedrooms.
2 bedrooms. And if there was
And there are
20
2
units, it's
showers.
40.
Yeah, and there's 2 bathrooms as well as kitchen.
So it's at least a 40-bedroom septic.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I know it meanders around.
Yeah. But they're gonna add to that?
So every time they sell a condo, they have to inspect.
They may have built,
a huge one?
may have built the additional units, but they had it all staked out when last
the
time
way
I
it's
drove up
lit.
there.
Oh,
The answer is
They
yes.
may have
I've been
been
driving
out
down there for a long, long
a
time.
long
Oh,
time,
Chevy
yeah.
checked it. They just emptied mine yesterday. Like, yeah, it's been 2 years. That thing emptied.
We can get away with it for 3. So you get another year.
I do mine every year. Even though it's just.
Done. While you're reviewing those, there are no water test reports in the folder, so I don't know that any have been received.
Did we get Von Burton's ever?
No, not that I'm aware of.
It could be on the computer that they can't recover the stuff from, but I guess we could ask them to send it again. Yeah, do you see the volume pumped at the condos was over 23,000 gallons.
Oh, yeah.
So it's gotta be
It's
one
gotta be
huge
That's the whole
system.
thing, yeah.
23,000
It was almost like
gallons.
having a mini sewer system, you know?
Yeah.
Because they all branch off.
Wow. Dimensions. 12 by 8. Oh, that's just gonna be the box. There's 5 tanks.
Oh, wow.
It says 5, yeah, 5 different tanks.
I think some of the,
58 inches.
and there was something about the way the land was configured. That's why I remember that one. Because the land is configured weirdly, so they had to kind of design it around the. I thought some of it went to the other side of the
The
road,
leach
but I
field.
could be wrong.
The leach field is 51 feet by 200 feet. It's a
I can't even
200-foot leach
picture
field.
that.
Where would that be?
That's huge. That's huge.
Well, some of it is under the roadway that they drive on to get to their
We
homes.
never get the drawing. It always says drawing attached,
And-
just never a drawing.
We'd probably have to, we'd probably have to pull them.
No
But if I remember right, I think some of it is also on the other side of the road.
Wow.
That's crazy. I'm not an engineer. And I don't play one on TV, so.
It would be fun to pull that one out of the drawer and take a look at it. Because it is,
Yeah.
it's a very large system. And I think the only other system that could possibly rival that in town is off the condos, some of the condos down off of Berry Road.
Oh, yeah.
doing that, I'm gonna get a blank piece of paper to have our visitors sign in.
Oh, yeah.
Excuse me.
Oh, at least this one actually has the drawing.
What's
Have you
that?
noticed that? They always check off drawing attached and then there's no drawing. This is 55 Dogwood.
This says it passes, but then on this page it says it
It's
failed.
behind the house. Okay.
Does this make sense? Or
What?
is it me? It
What?
says, it's crossed off here. It says the system fails.
It says no.
Oh, sorry. I am tired.
Well, they mix the yeses and the nos. They should just stop
Yeah,
mixing the
really
yeses and the nos.
Okay, that's good. Judy, you might know this. I had a question. Kathy's not here, but so when a house is built in Hubbardston, right? They have to submit a drawing, right, of where the septic system is and the leach field is and all that.
Yeah, so-
The builder of the system
Right, so
has to
I
submit it
understand.
to the town,
It's like a whole map.
and the town keeps that.
Correct.
So if you come here, you can get a copy of that.
Correct.
Okay. So my daughter came here to get one for her house. And all they gave her was a copy, a hand-drawn thing from the last person that emptied the septic. With like some random dimensions on it.
When was the
and
house
they
built?
can't find the thing. It was built in 94.
94.
Yeah, it's not that old. It's 25 years old. And I'm going, no, 20. Yeah, whatever it is. 94.
That may be so with that. They only had, like, because our house was built in 85.
Okay.
And we only have a little piece of paper, 8 by 11. So
But I mean, it doesn't even like...
it was after that, shortly after that.
They
that
tore up their whole lawn looking for the cover to empty the tank, and they still can't find it. And all the town gave them was this random little map, 45 feet this way, 36 this way, but like there's no at this angle or
There's
this.
no mark. There's no X marks the spot.
No, and they drew the house, as a rectangle. The house isn't a rectangle.
Right.
From this corner or this, it's really bad. And they said it's from whoever emptied it last. So I'm just wondering why the town doesn't have a real copy of the septic system now.
Because
From
I
the
believe
design, the
it
builder.
was later. It was in the 90s, later in the 90s. She may have just missed it. But that's when they started coming in with the maps. The big,
So you think maybe they didn't have to do it then?
right. Well, they did, but it was probably like my house. It was probably an 8 by 11 piece of paper. And yeah, we have to guess at where our
Yeah,
tank
both
is
of
every
them?
time.
There's 2 going around.
Is there another one?
Did you get put back here?
I think they both got back there.
Okay. Would you all sign in that you're here, please? Should have done that at the beginning.
You first.
I exist.
Alright. Reviewed. There it is. And before we go on to permits and new business, so that you guys don't have to sit here through the entire meeting unless you want to, I make a motion that we have our visitors bring up why they're here.
Sure.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Okay, who wants to go first?
I'm here to see how the meeting goes. I didn't come with any issues or
Okay.
or anything. I just came to visit the process.
Thank you.
Curiosity.
All right.
All right.
Thank you for coming. And
Al?
Yeah.
Albert,
Yeah, I'm here to learn of when you guys will be scheduling any type of hearing relative to the marijuana farms on Route 68 and the odor that emanates from the plants there.
a public hearing you're asking for?
Yes. I understand that there have been complaints written and made and provided to the board or submitted to the board.
Right, and then they were also, that information was passed on to the planning board, who actually has the power to make adjustments if they violate their permits. And
What will the Board of Health do in order to alleviate the smell coming from the plants?
Isn't that
it's state regulated.
yeah, so it's the CCC or the CAB that takes care of that. They do the licensing, they do the inspections. So it's really the state that they have to be compliant with their regulations. I don't know, does the town have separate protocols for those, the cannabis
For the
agriculture?
odor? No, other than what the state guidelines are, and what was permitted when those places were approved, which the approval primarily went through the planning board. I have received an email that it was discussed at a recent planning board meeting. I don't have all the details, but the bottom line from the email was, can we as a board assist in getting rid of the smell, because the permits said the smell would exist a short amount of time, and at the planning board meeting, according to this email, I haven't reviewed any minutes or anything or reached out to the planning board to know if this is true or not, that they said it would be a few months before the odor dissipated.
So what happens during the height of the summer?
So at this point, I would like to suggest that we need to contact the state as a board and find out what legal action the board has, whether, and if that includes a public meeting, how many days notice we have to give them, and so on and so forth. Because you're right, it's not really going away. It didn't go away quickly, and we're fully aware of it and not happy with it any more than anybody else. But as to our legal role in controlling this, we're not sure.
Yeah. I think
So-
it has to go through the state, is what I read.
To the best of our knowledge and previous discussions that we've had, is that we have to reach out to the state.
Okay, so you have nothing scheduled as to when you might be contacting them, or any results from any contacts you've made with them as of today?
As of today, we have not officially reached out to them, but I think we're all in agreement that we better get on it, right?
Yeah, if the planning board hasn't already done something, then yeah.
And I'm not aware that they have, but do you know if the planning board has reached out to the state about it
No
or
idea.
anything? No idea,
know.
okay.
Or the select board, none whatsoever. No idea if either board.
I haven't
Reached out.
received any emails or phone messages
Mm-hmm.
from anyone in regards to that. I am aware and have asked that if people had complaints, that they do report it to me, so we have a list of the numbers of people concerned, so that we can reach out. And so I guess I would like to suggest that our plan of action is to reach out and be able to speak to this issue at the next board meeting, which will be September
27th?
27th.
So you'll have something to
Something.
offer at that point.
Hopefully,
Mhm.
yes.
Okay. that's great.
Okay?
Very good.
I apologize, maybe we were waiting for the planning board to do something, because it was my understanding that they're the ones that gave them the permits to be there, so they had more authority that, in dealing with it than us, but I'm willing to go along and see what we can find out and present it to next meeting.
Very good. Thank you.
Okay.
See you on the 27th.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Would that be the Department of Agriculture that we have to contact, or is it a whole
I think
separate?
it's the
entity?
Cannabis Control Commission, and then
Yes.
under that is the Cannabis Agricultural Board. So there's so many levels of people that have to control all the cannabis growing
Correct.
part of it, and they do have to meet certain standards, and I believe one of them is that there cannot be an odor emanating at all, like ever, is what I read.
I
But
can
I don't
smell
know,
it.
maybe we have a different,
I can smell it in my house.
I smell it every time I drive by there.
I
But-
smell it at my house.
Yeah, that's a long
Oh,
way.
wow.
Your house is-
Long way away.
Yeah, your house is a long way.
It's not all the time.
But yeah, there is a
does
on
come
their
up.
website. There's also like a way to like fill in name and where you're from, like the Hubbardston
There
Board of
is.
Health, and you can put in a complaint, and they say they'll get back to you. I actually did look it up, and they said, you know, you leave your email, you leave your whatever, and they do. And I think that was under the CAB, but they're the ones that regulate it, and they're the ones that are supposed to come out and inspect and make sure they're doing everything they're supposed to do. I don't know how much legally the town has a say in all that. Like, I think all we can do is report it to them, right, if there's a problem. I don't know, because this is also new. All this cannabis agriculture stuff is so new.
Right.
But it did say that it's a pretty common complaint that towns get with these growers in the town, is that there's an odor. And
Smells
there
like
have been some, I guess there's something that dumps use, like a landfill type dump, to keep smells away from certain areas, and there are some remediation things that can be done. It's costly, and I don't know who pays for it, but
Not us.
not us, no. The state, the grower, I don't know.
Okay, all right, so, Lori, could you, excuse me, allergies. Send that information to all of us by email,
Sure, the
the website.
stuff. God bless you. Too much harvesting.
Yeah, I
Bless
just
you.
inhaled some dust.
Grain
Somehow.
dust, grain dust,
All right.
grain dust. She's been threshing all that.
Yeah. Bless you.
Bless you.
Sorry about that, folks.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll develop a plan of action at the September 27th meeting, once we know what we can do.
And yeah, we should probably check with somebody on the planning board too, right? In the meantime,
Yes, oh yeah.
to find out if they
Okay.
were able to get anywhere.
That's emails. And, all right, I will contact planning board. Boy, let me put that in my notebook for action stuff. Gosh, darn.
Bless you.
Planning board. R.E. Cannabis smell. Okay. Moving on. Under permits.
There were no water tests.
No.
Do you know why we haven't gotten any more of those? We got 2, right? And wasn't there supposed to be like a whole bunch of them in town?
Peaceful Acres just had their, campground just had theirs tested, she told me, and they'll be sending it. We should be getting reports, from the schools periodically.
Oh, I more meant, you know those ones that the company did? Like they were testing
For
people's
their
water in
residents.
For free?
town. Yeah, we only got 2 of those.
Correct.
So maybe they stopped sending them.
Was that the state testing program?
Was it the state or was it a company? I forget.
Originally it was a company promoting their
Their water filters. and-
water filters.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have to look. I'm so bad with names, I can't remember the name of the company.
Yeah, I know they were testing for
Okay.
phthalates and things, but they only would do so many in the town. I think we only got 2 of them back.
And
I think it's all probably participated in the program. They periodically, they have these promotions come through.
Yeah. Do they have to send a copy of the results to us?
No, as long as it gets back to the resident.
Okay, because I know we got 2 of them. And I
Right.
was just surprised there was no more.
I think with this company, they said they would forward. But,
Okay.
but,
Oh, but those other water tests you were saying, so Ron Burton and
yeah.
we don't know. It could be on the computer that's dead.
Or he could still be sitting on it.
Yeah, they've been a little bit busy. From
Yeah,
what
a
I
little
hear,
bit.
they've had all kinds of celebrities out there, and
Yeah. And well, they also had 8 weeks worth, well, almost 9 weeks worth of camping as well.
somebody tell me when the girls were there. There
Girls
was,
were in August.
yeah, but wasn't there like an outbreak of COVID too while they were there? Someone told
Yeah.
me, and they had to send them all home.
No, they didn't send them home.
Oh, they didn't send them home. Okay.
They just isolated them.
Oh, bummer.
They had Robert Kraft out there recently,
Oh,
and all kinds of fanfare. And yeah, it's been. I know the nurse out there, Becky Boutwell.
oh yes,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. She gets to shake hands with all kinds of celebrities working out there.
Yeah, I guess so.
I know, what's that furniture store? Begins with a J.
Jordan's.
Jordan's. Yeah, he's been out there several times. I got a chance to meet him one year.
In little town of Hubbardston, we get
Yeah.
all these, Bob Kraft.
Big people.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they can even find the road.
The camp is pretty famous.
Yeah. But the road is not.
No. So you said the permits now? Yeah.
yeah, sorry, zigzagging here.
Yep.
Through the
It's okay.
agenda. While you were discussing that, I was going over what we have. First of all, Plainview Farm alpacas on the Labor Day weekend, which was Saturday and Sunday. They had paid for a one-day food permit because I think Giacomo's was there. And so they paid the permit fee for that, for them to be there. That was my understanding on that. Since it, so that is one to vote on. Post event, because we didn't have a meeting prior to the activity. Make a motion that we had approved the permit for that day. All in favor?
I-
Fine.
Okay, and the one, all right, so 9, 15, 22, permit approved. Post event. Okay, number 1. Number 2, for field day,
That's this
Um,
Saturday?
yes, the only permit request that we've received because it's like multiple copies of the same thing. So I think Giacomo's is going. They've already been inspected for the year. The Lions Club is providing food. They've been inspected for the year already. So we just received the Hubbardston Scholarship Association with Florence Perbier, and she has all her food permits. There's multiple copies here, I don't know why, but you're welcome to look at them. Everybody have a copy. I don't, if there were supposed to be all the different vendors there, we didn't get that list, but my guess is it's just the Lions Club and possibly Giacomo's and the Hubbardston Scholarship Association is going to set
There's
up.
usually a couple of jelly people there too. So
Yeah, it's usually some
Skip's
trucks.
Jelly or whatever it is always there.
Some
And
trucks
Right.
there. Huh.
I will be going by on Saturday to do an inspection to see who's there.
Who's doing the pastries and all that stuff? I thought the seniors always did that. No?
If the senior citizens have a little booth that sells pastries, that's okay. We've inspected them too.
Okay.
So, because this is a scholarship association, we generally don't ask for a fee to be paid because they're a nonprofit in our group within our town.
Okay.
And she has all of her qualifications and things here. Oh, it does say they paid $20.
Yeah, that's what they did.
Okay. For the 1-day permit. I make a motion that we approve the Hubbardston Scholarships permit for 1 day. Any seconds?
a second.
All right. Shoot. How am I gonna keep track of this? Right. On the copy, that's it. Kathy, motion to approve. Colleen, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, passed. Let's just do that so I remember.
This is all the copies.
I know. I'm not sure. So, all right. So this is the one that gets approved. Okay.
Another copy.
You know what? I'm gonna keep a second copy to take with me when I go for the inspections. Okay. That's that. That's that. Next, we have the Non-Such Night events
Oh, I saw that on
scheduled
Facebook.
for
I forget what it said.
I forget the date.
I think it's in October.
Yeah, I want to say it's in October too. And this is everything that we've received as to who's going to be here. It's being organized by Katie Young.
Some
And-
food trucks.
So we have the Girl Scout troop, and they're just doing prepackaged s'mores and bottled water. And the Boy Scout troop are selling prepackaged meat sticks and popcorn that's prepackaged. It's cute.
And the Boy Scouts are always out there with the popcorn.
Yeah.
The Dog Father is sells hot dogs and chilies, and he's a food truck. He paid his fee. Okay. And we have Uncle Joey's cannolis coming, and they paid their one-day fee. So I will, oh, here it is, October 8th. So October 8th, 4 to 8 p.m. The Curtis Field, rain date the 9th. And I make a motion that we approve this group. And I will hang on to this because I need to do inspections of the cannoli and the Dogfather truck. I don't believe they either. I know the cannoli guy canceled for a field day, and off the top of my head, I can't remember if the Dogfather was there and I did the inspection that day or not. But I will be. Yes. Oh, 4 to 8.
Are these are these trucks to sort of move from town to town?
Yes, but they're all formally permitted in their town of residence.
So they've all been over to Gardner
Mm-hmm.
for their truck night,
I think.
which is huge over there.
Right.
Yeah.
I think the hot dog guy was at field day, which means he wouldn't need a reinspection.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think there was 2 trucks that day.
Oh yes, there were.
Yeah. Might have been the cannoli guy.
All right, so I make a motion that we approve this group as I listed them. Giacomo's, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, the Dogfather,
The Dogfather and
And the
Tony's
cannoli.
cannolis.
And just
Joey's,
making sure.
Tony's, somebody's
Joey's
cannolis.
cannoli,
Joey's.
Uncle Joey's
as being
cannolis.
approved to participate in Non-Such Night on October 8th.
Okay. Second.
All right, Judy seconds, all in favor?
Aye. That sounds like fun, actually. Are they watching a movie or something?
Yes, they're gonna have a movie night and something else. But I don't remember what I got, because I was asked as a business, as a
Yeah.
farm business, to be a sponsor, but my farm income isn't that great this year, so I passed. So.
Yeah, well, lack of rain.
So those are the permits we have.
Okay.
And on to this one for Saturday. These will stay in the folder. Okay. Those are the permits. Vacant spot on the board. Liz, you've submitted your application. Has it gone before the select board yet?
Yeah, I think that's the
they're
19th, 17th or 19th, one or the other.
Right.
Yeah.
19th is
That's Monday.
Monday.
Yeah, so then once it's approved, then Lori, the town clerk, will reach out to you to get sworn in,
Perfect.
and then you can vote. And we'll be glad to have you.
Yep.
Can be very opinionated.
We cannot review the bylaws because the computer hasn't been fixed yet. Without naming names, Judy, is this the person that sent in something to you before? I can't recall the name.
No, this is somebody new.
All right, so there's a new application.
Okay.
Is that for the nurse?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
All right. You want me to contact her?
Let me just take down the name here for my minutes. Judy to contact. She's a family nurse practitioner.
Wow.
Wow, that's big time.
Yeah.
Um,
She's not busy enough. She needs to do.
I know it. This nurse
And-
practitioners
just
end up
take a
Yeah,
putting
quick
like
peek at it. I'll get it to
everyone
you.
can look at it and read it.
supposed
We
to be
won't
12
discuss
hours
it
a
at
day.
this point.
End up putting
'Cause it's
15.
private information.
Yeah.
So, maybe interested to hear what she has to say.
All right, so we have someone that has come forward. We'll see how that, Judy, you're gonna check into it for us.
Yeah, I'll talk to her.
Thank you. Everybody can read it and I'll keep moving. Food inspections, I did Peaceful Acres Campground earlier this week, Monday. So I did it on Monday the 12th. The only remaining inspection is Rod and Gun Club, and I've been waiting for an event to occur there and then go do it. I will be going back to the school this fall. That requires us, they require 2 per year. And
Peaceful Acres passed, I take it?
Yes.
Okay.
yes, they passed. And they'll be sending us the water report from there. She's mostly closed down now for the season, but I did catch it in time while everything was still plugged in and stuff, so we're good. The public health commitment. In that regard, I received an email to fill out a survey, which is to take 2 hours to fill out.
No.
No?
And I've been
That's
talking with
different.
other boards of health as
Okay.
well. This is 170 questions long. And the questions they're going to need time. That's why I was hoping I could get into the computer and because they want to know what, in the last 5 years, has your Board of Health appointed agents or directors of public health to act on behalf of the board? In the last 2 days, does the appointee report? Within 2 days, does the appointee report come back and give their results on certain things that they've inspected in the last 5 years? Do you get preliminary plans? That's how they all start. So in 6 to 12 months, has your board consisted of at least 3 individuals? That was the only question that I could answer yes. So, and when I looked at this, I said, oh my goodness. And then I started talking to other boards of health because of other projects I'm working on. And they're just clearing their calendars. They're just, this is due by September 30th. And they're just going to take a couple days and they're just going to clear the calendar and work on it. It's not going to be an hour and a half to 2 hours.
Oh, sorry. 170 questions, no.
And especially with questions in the last 5 years, how many times have you had an open hearing for XYZ?
What is that?
Do we even
What
have
is
that
that
on the
survey?
computer, that information?
Must be in the minutes, right?
Would be in all the minutes from the meeting.
Or in the
5
files,
years.
or in the, yeah.
Are they all digital somewhere? You can just
Well,
search
that's
for
where
certain
some of them
words.
might be
Mallory used to be
floating
able
up
to
in
search, but-
cyberspace when they had the computer
Yeah, computer's
crashed.
down, so.
When the computer crashed.
And if we fill this out, what does this get us? What is?
Well, this went out to 300 municipalities and entities across the Massachusetts.
Okay.
So and it's put out by the DPH, and I think there's been a lot of discussion about the fact that COVID just highlighted the fact that public health
It's underfunded.
got stomped on, underfunded, and everything else over many, many decades, So it's in that people just weren't paying attention to how important public health was. So now they're trying to figure out, where do we go? We understand it. Public health needs to be more in a brighter light. So how do we make it so?
So this is a survey so they can see
What's
what's been going on with public health in the last
correct?
5
And there's no
years.
right or wrong answer.
But this isn't going to get the town any money.
No.
It's not going to make us part of
No.
anything. They just want this
They
information
just
from
want,
us.
it's just concrete, hardcore data that they're
And this-
looking for.
Is this like a have to do thing?
Well, let's put it this way, they wouldn't be happy if you didn't do it.
Yeah, the way the email.
The way it
across,
came, yeah.
Definitely.
Although, you know,
And I mean, like, is it possible in some of these things to just say we don't have that data? Like,
oh, yeah,
Just
oh, yeah. But, you know, we should make at least a
an attempt.
attempt
yeah, but
at
I mean, if we can't
answering
get
the
stuff
question.
off of-
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. As Deb was telling me, Deb was the health agent out in Athol, and she was telling me, you know, a lot of the answers, even for a town like Athol, which is 3 times bigger than we are, and a lot of their answers will be no, I was not aware of this requirement, or no, there was lack of funding or staffing, you know, or not applicable. So, you know, they're gonna, I think they're gonna find a lot of answers like that. So, but it's somewhat anonymous in that, you know, they're not gonna point fingers at Hubbardston and say, well, how come?
It's really just a survey.
It's not even,
So it's
yeah.
just for their
So
information.
it's due the 3rd.
It's due the 30th. So it's gonna take some concerted effort, because this is the table of contents, page and a half.
Leave it to the
Well,
state.
some of the,
Yeah.
some of the
Well,
information.
they were comprehensive, let's put it that way.
yeah.
Some of the information I know,
Some, yeah.
so, I
And some
guess-
of it, I'm sure, is easily pulled out of our files.
I'd love to help, but
So-
without the info, you know.
Yeah.
So, step 1, let's get another copy printed so that I can sit down in the evening and fill in what I can fill in.
If you go out to the email,
Yeah, I can print it
you
out.
can, there is a link that will take you to, and they actually recommend, this is the PDF, they send you all kinds of, you know, versions of it, but there is one, and that is, you know, there is one that's a complete version, which is the one I managed to get printed out and start looking at.
So is there any other computer that this information might be on other than Mallory's?
Probably not.
No, and we don't have access to her.
No, it's like lead poisoning prevention and control.
Yeah, because I thought she said she was
Tobacco.
able to like do a search in the meetings and stuff for the minutes, and she could just like pull up the
Yeah.
relevant stuff.
Yeah.
But if her computer isn't functioning and they can't
No.
recover anything, I
Right
don't
now.
know.
And that
Can't
stuff,
do that.
the minutes aren't on the cloud.
Some are, some
But not
aren't,
all of
is
them.
what we
It's not-
understand, yeah.
Yeah, 5 years back.
5 years back.
It's a long time.
That's the piece that bothered me. It's like, whoa, because that means a search.
That's a lot of pieces.
That's research, yeah. So that's, you know, that was what Deb was saying when I was talking to her this afternoon, and she said 5 years back, and she said she's like you, Kathy. She said some of this I can answer right off the top of my head, but you know, when they start quoting, according to MGL blank blank blank, have you fulfilled these requirements?
So then you gotta look up the law, and then you gotta figure out okay,
Exactly.
There's a section
All right.
for beavers.
beavers.
Yes,
Yes.
I do write sign permits for
Yeah.
the town to destroy
Oh.
beavers if they are clogging certain
Beaver dams.
waterways.
You
That's
can't,
waterways
you can't
and
destroy the
drains.
beaver. They're protected. You have to
Not
move
the beavers, but the
Just the
dams.
Just the dams.
Yes.
But there's,
On a yearly, once a year, DPW comes to us and
yeah.
I sign permits.
There's
Yeah.
questions on tobacco. Are you part of the tobacco coalition? So this is gonna take a couple days,
Okay, so.
not 2 hours.
With no computer though, how do you read?
All right,
These
so
are the states.
we will, Judy, you and I will do our best to fill
Right.
out most of it.
Yep.
And get it submitted by the end of the month.
I do have some time coming up, so I'll be able to come in one day and and tackle it. And-
Right. We'll have to sort out a date to do that.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. These open complaints are the same list previously, they weren't changed.
Is the Hubbardston House Apartments one now closed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
32
I
Main
thought
is
that was
closed. This one's closed.
Porta potty thing is closed too, isn't it?
That's closed.
Yeah. I mean, unless it's still there after 6 months, I guess, then.
And 248.
55 Old Boston is closed. 248 Gardner is still open.
Yeah, that'll never be closed.
91 Hale Road, that remains open because it's, only because the town is taking it to court to
Yeah,
get
it's
ownership.
gonna take a while.
So that's gonna stay open. There are no turnovers here. I'm gonna hand, now that you put that away, there's that for you again, so you don't
Okay.
lose track of that.
Okay.
Before we go on to, we have a sort of new business / unexpected. We need to agree to have our municipality participate in the tobacco policy program like we had with the lady that handles it.
Joan.
Joan. And so we need to reapprove that participation.
So what does that mean? They go into these places and try and buy cigarettes as a minor or something?
Yeah, periodically.
They send it 2 teams
Yeah,
to
and to
buy
see it.
tobacco.
And there was an issue in Hubbardston, and it's been resolved.
Yeah. So what do we have to do? Just vote on it?
Board
Or?
of Health Department Director. Chair. Okay. So our director is Dr.
Stoddard,
Stoddard.
Michael.
And we'll have to get his signature on this.
Yeah.
Medical director. All right. But I make a motion that we continue participating with the municipal tobacco and public health program.
Any second?
It's under the Boards of Health Tobacco Control Alliance. Without giving you, you can all read it. Maybe I should pass that around before we actually vote on it.
Sounds like a good
The,
idea. And they do this like free of charge, or is there a charge to the town, or
no charge to
No.
the town.
it's run by the state?
You do it like a couple times a year.
Yeah, they check a couple times a year, basically.
Okay. Yeah, sounds like a good idea to me.
Yeah, at first when they came in, I had a problem with them sending teens in and sort of baiting the businesses.
Yeah,
But, you know, I think focus should be on the vaping issue. It's
yeah.
huge in the
Yeah.
high schools. So,
But you shouldn't be able to buy that stuff either. is it?
well, one school nurse told me today that the kind of vaping they're doing is marijuana.
Yeah, they're vaping that too.
Well, that's illegal
But that
at their
was-
age.
But that's the number one choice. That's the first choice for vaping.
Of course.
So, when I was over in Gardner, just before COVID, they had a meeting about talking about the vaping issues over in Gardner. It was an education type of thing.
So
meeting.
do they provide
And
this
they
education
were saying
to the,
that
to
they
the
were into the
schools, or
flavors
Yeah.
at that time.
workplaces,
But
tobacco
now I'm
retail
hearing
stores?
Yeah.
it's more
They do.
about
So they come
THC.
in and do that? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we have
Shifted some.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
motion to approve participation. Right, Judy. You made the motion. Laurie made the second. All in favor of participating?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right.
I'll make Joan happy.
Chair.
Does she do education in the schools? Or just like the
I
retailers?
Don't
Does she?
think so.
No.
But if you wanted somebody that's very good about education in schools, I have a name, Tina out of UMass.
Oh, okay.
She's very good about talking
Okay.
about babies specifically.
All right. Any other unexpected subjects from any of you? Because I do have one. So at this point, I would like to, and I'm gonna have to ask you to leave because I would like to, what's the phrase? Adjourn.
Executive.
Adjourn.
Adjourn the meeting.
The open meeting in order to go into executive session
Yep.
before we officially adjourn the entire meeting. Thank you for coming. And
Coming again?
come again. And that, I make that motion in favor?
Aye.
Motion approved at 8:04 p.m. It is 8:38 p.m. We have now ended our executive session for the September 15th Board of Health meeting and resuming the end of our open meeting. And may I hear a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And we close the meeting.